First tech coaching call of 2024. Today, I'm going to be sharing how you can make your coaching program stand out this year. So, I'm just going to make sure that I am live inside of the group. Our Facebook group is Automated and Abundant Coaches. In case you're watching this somewhere else and you want to be part of our awesome community, be sure to come join us. I would love to have you. Okay, we are live because I just don't want any tech issues in 2024. So here's praying for that. Okay. So welcome. In case you're new here, I'm Sha-Day Johnson, and I just announced that I am embracing a new title this year. So normally I would come on here and say, hey, I'm your tech strategist and I help coaches, blah, blah, blah. But now I am officially owning that I am a tech coach. And so I'm so excited about that. I am a tech coach and I am the tech coach for coaches. I know that sounds funny, but it fits. It's my brand, right? So I'm the tech coach for coaches and I focus on teaching you how to use the tools that will streamline and automate your business, those tools that will run your business. So if you are feeling any kind of tech overwhelm, you are in the right place because that is my mission. It's to help coaches get the tech part of their business under control, because I see way too many of you online struggling with that and letting it affect how you are able to bring in clients. So no more of that in 2024. We are busting that out the door. And today, that is what I'm going to help you do. So if you are watching live, please say hello in the comments. I would love to know that you're here. Let me know what your name is in the comments as well. Just like anytime you write a comment, just sign off, because I can't see the names based on the program I'm using. Unless you want to be kind of anonymous for the time being. Anywho, I did prepare some slides for the day. I'm starting off the year, right? I got my slides together. So I'm excited to share this info with you. All right, we have a Facebook user that says, hey, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's see. It's so funny going live because I haven't gone live in a very long time, it feels like, because I basically took all of December off, which is like my dream. I told myself really my dream is to take November and December off every year, but we're not quite there yet. But my dream is to have a 10-month business. Okay. Me and my biz besties talk about this all the time. I'm like, it's holiday time, I don't want to be bothered. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and get this shared. So we're talking about how to make your coaching program stand out in 2024. Oh, we got Erica B here. It is so good to see you. And we got Meredith McDaniel. So I can see your name. So that means you've given Restream permission. So that's awesome. Hello, welcome. Okay, so I'm not going to take up too much of your time today because if you're like me, I'm like, just get to the point. let me know what you're here to tell me and just get to it. So that is what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's just present in Canva, my favorite. So when it comes to making your coaching program stand out, you probably guessed what I was going to say, right? The way you can make your coaching program stand out is with the tech tools that you use. And the reason why is because this is part of the client experience online. And actually, I forgot I was experimenting with a new, what's it called? A new view. I think I want to do this. Yeah, someone told me that this was better. So if you don't like this, let me know. But if you do, also let me know. So we're going with this view. So like I said, the tech tools that you choose to run your business are super important. I see a lot of coaches, and I worked with coaches who, to no fault of their own, just kind of have like hack together systems because they heard about this one tool, so they started using that, and then they got deep in their business, and then they heard about this other tool, so then they added that, and then they thought, oh, I need to do this, I'm going to add that, and it's just then all becomes kind of convoluted and makes it really hard to make an efficient workflow. And sometimes that can affect how your clients are actually experiencing working with you. So I think it's super important to get started on the right foot. And even if you have that kind of hack together system, it's okay. we can work to get it fixed for you, okay? You've come to the right place. So, the first thing that I want to talk about is the number one myth that I see a lot of coaches believing, and this is based on my professional academic research. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I haven't done any actual research for this. This is just my observation and also based on my own personal experience. The number one myth that I hear all the time is, well, I can't start my coaching business until I have a website. Anyone ever thought that? Please let me know in the comments. Let me know if you have ever said to yourself, I can't possibly get a client if I don't have a website. And I actually posted about this in a group, a very large Facebook group here, and the web designers wanted my head, okay? They wanted my neck, my head. They were like, I'm not having it, which is understandable. I'm not trying to knock your hustle. I love websites, okay? I have one myself. Okay? However, here is the truth. The truth is, you don't need a website. You just need a way for people to click buy. Okay, let me repeat that again. You don't need a website. You just need a way for people to click buy. And this is why I say this. It's because new coaches and even some growing coaches, they often think that they absolutely have to have a website in order to actually start their business. And, you know, I get it because you think, oh, I'm online. I definitely have to have a website. How could I possibly be credible? How could people possibly trust me and think that I'm legitimate if I don't have a website? I get it. I used to think this exact same way. Okay. Now, the issue with that belief is that it actually holds you back from onboarding clients. So the thing is that I do think a website is actually important. I used to work on websites in my business in the beginning of it. I was a WordPress VA. So I helped people, manage their websites. So I do think that they're very important. However, in the beginning, what's more important is that you have a reliable way for people to actually purchase from you. Okay. And the thing is when you're new, there's so many things you're dealing with as a new entrepreneur, as a new coach. You're dealing with, what you're going to be selling. You're dealing with what your brand is going to be. What is a brand even? You're dealing with, oh, how am I going to market? How am I going to become visible? How am I going to, actually get people to find me? And you think, oh, I'm just going to get a website and they're going to come. And the issue is, even if you have a website, I guarantee you, if you did your website yourself and you know nothing about websites, your website isn't even set up to convert clients when they come to your website. I know it's a harsh truth. It's a harsh truth, but it's true. So my point here is that what is so crucial for you, instead of focusing on having a website, what you need is a reliable platform where clients can easily buy your program. That's it. You need a place for them to come to online in order to click buy for your program. And that does not necessarily have to be a website. So if your clients can pay you, if they can pay for your service, you are ready to begin. Point blank, period. If you have set up a platform for a button that people can click purchase from you, you're ready to begin. So if there are any new coaches in here or growing coaches that think, have had that kind of website monkey on their back, let it go. You can just let them hop right on off because you don't need it. Now, down the line, as you grow, of course, go ahead, get your website if you feel there's a need. But the benefit is you're going to be able to afford to outsource it. Because I'm telling you, the other thing I see is, oh, I need a website, so I'm going to do it myself. And you spend hours upon hours, weeks, months maybe, trying to do this website yourself. I'm speaking from experience. I'm no longer ashamed. Okay, I've let that go. But I recognize now how much time I wasted like trying to get this website up, and then it didn't even bring me clients to begin with. What brought me clients is having a way for them to purchase, or a button for them to click buy, and also focusing on my organic marketing efforts. So that's a conversation for a different call. Okay. So now let's go into client onboarding, because this year, the way you can make your business in your coaching program stand out is with the tech tools that you use, but also in the way that you onboard your clients. So if you have a positive, or excuse me, if your clients have a positive onboarding experience, they're more likely to actually refer you to other people. So, what is client onboarding? It is the process where you prepare your prospect to begin working with you, and you're further developing a relationship with them. Okay. So, why is onboarding important? It's important because you are essentially preparing your new client on how to work with you within your business. And like I mentioned before, the ease of working with you is going to go a long way in not only your referrals, but also your client retention. So if you have, a one-on-one program that lasts 6 months, you're going to have less people falling off if you have a great onboarding process and like a way to nurture them throughout the process. And also, if you have other programs that you offer beyond that 6 months, they're more likely to continue buying from you, because the easiest way to make a sale is to sell to someone who's already purchased from you. It's a little uh, sales trivia for you. Now, having a thorough onboarding system will do a few things. It's one, going to save you a ton of time. It's going to save you a lot of sanity, and it's going to ensure that each of your clients receive the same experience. That's super important, because when you're doing everything in the beginning and you're trying to just even figure out your process, sometimes one person didn't sign this document, and one person didn't receive that workbook, and another person didn't receive that link to that call. And it's a lot. So if you actually take the time to get the right platform to perform this onboarding, then it's going to save you a lot of time, sanity, and your client's going to each client is going to receive the same experience. Now, the other thing that an onboarding system is going to do is make sure that your client, it's going to make sure that you provide everything that your client needs in order to get started working with you. And it's going to make sure that they actually feel welcome, which is super important, because when someone invests in a coach, that means that they're investing in you, they're investing in themselves, and they've most likely made like a huge decision in their life. So you want to make sure that you've confirmed for them that, yes, you made the right decision. Welcome to my world. So these are the 4 essential steps in a client onboarding workflow. There's lots more that could go into this, but because I'm trying to keep this live succinct and, get you on your way for the day, I just wanted to share the 4 top things that you need to have in your onboarding workflow. So number 1, you got to obtain payment. I mean, that's probably obvious, but get your payment. Okay. Next is you need to get a signed contract. Now, I'm no lawyer. Okay. This is not legal advice, but get a contract signed. Okay, just get the contract signed. It's going to make your life so much easier, because it's going to set those boundaries. It's going to set expectations based on what you plan to deliver. And it's going to tell your client exactly what they can expect. Okay, so there's no surprises. So get that contract signed. If you need a referral of who I recommend, just send me a DM. I can get you a link to some templates. Okay. Next is, because we have an online business, you want to make sure that you are immediately sending that welcome email. As soon as you get that payment, the contract, yes, welcome to my world. These are your next steps. This is how you book a call with me. Okay, so we want to send that welcome email so your client isn't out there just thinking, oh, I paid her, I signed the contract, I don't even know what's next. All right. And lastly, you want to add them to your CRM. CRM is a customer relationship manager. This is basically either a software or tool or that you're using to house all of the information about all of your clients. Or if you're brand new, you might just still be using a spreadsheet, a Google Sheet, which is totally fine as well. But you want to make sure that you have a record of like who you're working with, um, how many calls they have left, have they signed their payment or signed their contract? Have you gotten payment from them? All that. Because it's one thing when you have like one to two people that you're working with. You might be able to keep that information, on the top of your head. Once you get to that 3, 5, 10, 20, it do not rely on your brain. It's a waste of mental space for one, but you're going to need to make sure you're keeping records. And when those admin emails start coming in of like, oh, how many sessions do I have left? Or how many, how much money do I owe you still? Instead of having to like dig in like your emails and all these things, you're going to have one centralized place where you have all of your customers' information, which is a CRM. Okay. Now, Paperbell allows you to automate the entire onboarding workflow. And Paperbell is my recommended reliable platform that you can use instead of a website to actually get people to buy your coaching programs and to manage your coaching business. So in 2024, like I said earlier, we're standing out because we are using the right tech tools that will provide an amazing client experience. So, you know me, I love Paperbell, so you know what's coming. But in case you're not familiar, Paperbell is an all-in-one tool that handles scheduling, payments, contract signing, as well as client management. So it's basically an all-in-one tool that runs your coaching business. Okay. So let's just take a quick peek inside of Paperbell in case you've never seen it. I'm sharing some screenshots here. So when you log into your Paperbell account, first of all, Paperbell was made exclusively for coaches. So that's why I recommend it, because it was built with a coach in mind. So immediately when you log in, you're going to see your upcoming appointments, because that is vital information for you, right? You got to know, when is my next coaching session? When is my next discovery call? All of that. So you're going to see all of your upcoming appointments here. This is my demo account. So this is why it says like all my name here, but you're going to see the date, the time, as well as the program that you sold. Okay. And then you see these tabs up here. So as you tab through these, you're going to see your availability that you've set up. So in this case, I've set up Mondays, I'm available from 12 to 5, Tuesdays from 10 to 2, also Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then no availability, Friday through Sunday. And side note, this availability does sync with your Google Calendar. So you do need to have a Google account set up, and it's going to sync, because then that will help you to avoid any like double booking issues. So if you got a doctor's appointment on your Google Calendar, it's going to make that's during these, available times, you're going to make sure you're not going to book any calls during your doctor's appointment. Next, we have your packages. So this is going to list all of the packages that you've created. So you can create just one, because, if you're focusing on just your one-on-one program, great. But if you have a suite of products that you're offering, then all of those are going to be listed here for you to manage. Then the next tab up here we have is clients. So this is where the CRM portion comes into it. So each client has their own profile. So when you click on this, it's going to give you the details of this person has paid this much. They have this many sessions left, all of that information that you need. Also, side note, I've done videos on this before. And when your client signs up with you through Paperbell, they're automatically given a client portal. So if you need to provide documents to them, they simply just log into their portal and they will be able to see it. If you need to provide any notes to them, there's a little notes feature. all of that. So I have a separate video on that. But if you need me to cover it again, just let me know in the comments. And then lastly, you have your sales tab. So this is going to list all of the sales that you're making. So you can see all of your money coming in. Okay. Now, my favorite part of the paper bell experience is that when you create all of those packages, then it creates what's called a paper bell shop. So this is the demo shop that I created inside my course Power Up with Paper Bell. And so it's for Coach Ava, who's someone I made up. And so she has these six different packages that she offers. And so when we create them, you can customize, these pictures, customize the color of the buttons, all that. And then when you click on learn more, it takes you to a separate landing page that you can also customize. So this is why I say you don't actually need a website for people or, in order to start your coaching business or grow your coaching business, because you just need a place for people to come to click buy. And when you're using Paper Bell, they come to your Paper Bell shop, they click learn more, and then they click buy. And then they are automatically taken through the onboarding process. So, those 4 essential steps I talked about. So when they click purchase, they're going to be prompted to schedule their first call with you, make a payment with either Stripe or PayPal. They'll be prompted to sign your contract electronically, and they'll be prompted to complete an onboarding survey if you've decided for that to be part of the onboarding process. And then if you set this up, also, they can be sent that welcome email because Paper Bell does have an automated email feature. So this is why I love Paper Bell, guys. And this is why I created a course on it, because it's a game changer for coaches. So if you are wanting to get started with Paper Bell, and you're wondering how much does it cost, it is currently $57 per month or $570 for the year. And you can get started for free using my affiliate link, which is shadayjohnson.com/paperbell. So as I have been mentioning, I have created a course that will help you set up your entire Paper Bell backend system so that you can start onboarding clients with ease. And I do want to mention that Power Up with Paper Bell is actually way more than just a tutorial on how to use Paper Bell. Like, it is that, because I give you all the tutorials on every single thing you need to set up. But it's more than that, because it's actually a complete roadmap on how to manage your business so that you can actually scale to 6 figures. When I was working one-on-one with coaches at the start of me, like working with coaches in a tech, as a tech coach, I started off as a tech VA. A lot of times these coaches are having issues scaling because of the lack of systems they had on the back end. And so when you have, those hacked together systems, and it really, first of all, it affects your confidence, because if you're not confident on the back end of your business, you're not going to be confident on the front end of your business. So really having a system that you feel comfortable with, that that you feel, eventually feel comfortable outsourcing, that makes a total difference. So that's why I created Power Up with Paper Bell, because I wanted to give you that roadmap, give you that foundation so that you could actually scale to 6 figures. All right. So here's what some of my amazing Power Up with Paper Bell students are saying. Let's see. Tia says, everyone, I purchased this course 2 weeks ago. Well, this is, months ago now, but, and it's fantastic. Her YouTube videos are great, but her course really dives deep. I've learned a lot and my shop is looking good. Jennifer says, I highly recommend it. I find myself going back to it often. Very helpful. I love that because, like I said, it includes tutorials on how to create every single package that you want to create. So you can create, a one-on-one package, a group program, a digital product. So if you start off my course and you're just creating a one-on-one program, awesome, great, get it set up, start selling it. Then down the line, when you're like, oh, I'm ready to start my group program, the course is going to be there for you to see my way of setting up that group coaching program. And then we have Cheryl, who says, the course is such a wonderful manual for Paperbell. I truly appreciate how everything is set up. You have also created a great example for how to create an effective course. I have enrolled in many courses, and yours is one of the golden ones. So awesome. I love to hear that because I did put a lot of effort into how it looks and all that. But more importantly, I put a lot of effort into making sure it's actually that roadmap for you. And lastly, Natasha says the course is amazing. You did a great job putting it together. So love that. Love my students. So when you're thinking about investing in this course, I want you to know if it is actually for you. So the course is for you if you've been dreaming of having a business that looks and feels professional and not disorganized. It's for you if you desire to start automating tasks in your business so that you can have more time to make sales, but you have no idea where to start. And it's also for you if you want an easy to implement system that will take your business to the next level, to six figures and beyond. Okay. So here's what you get when you join. You get lifetime access to my complete Power Up with Paperbell system. We also have a private inner circle Facebook group for some tech support for you in case you get stuck. And then I also provide right-sized Canva templates for your Paperbell shop and landing pages. So that shop that I showed you before, we build that entire shop throughout the course. And I show you, or I provide the templates so that they actually show up as like those rectangles, And then I also include some bonuses, which are my coaching packages and pricing planner in case you need some help with that. And also a client VIP day planner. VIP days are awesome because those are opportunities for you to spend like a half day or a full day with a client and really get that transformation for them and make a lot of money in the meantime. Now, you can join now by going to shadayjohnson.com/course. The link is in the description of this video. The investment is either you have three payment options. You can pay in full for $997 US. I also have a 6-pay option, which is 6 payments of $185. And I recently added a 12-pay option to make this even more accessible in 2024. So you can also choose to do a 12-pay of $97. So that's Power Up with Paperbell, and that is how you are going to make your coaching program stand out this year. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I do have a few more minutes before I have to have another obligation. But if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will be checking back in the group later today. So if you're watching the replay, you can definitely still leave those comments and I'll respond to them at that time. So I want to thank you for joining me for our first tech coaching call of the new year. I plan on going live every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here inside of the Automated and Abundant Coaches Facebook group. If you have a friend who is a coach and you know that they would benefit from this information, invite them over to our group, okay? And let them enjoy the automated and abundant lifestyle. Okay, we have a question. So, how are payment arrangements set up in Paperbell? Great question. So, if you want to offer payment plans, you just need to be using Stripe. So, Paperbell works with PayPal or Stripe. However, if you want to offer those payment plans, it only works if you're using Stripe. And when the payment plans come up, you can set them, to be at any intervals that you want. So monthly or weekly. And that's how you do payment plans. Any other questions? Just let me know. Hopefully that satisfied your curiosity. All right, so I'm gonna go. It was great. I feel so, I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little nervous coming on here today because I hadn't gone live in so long. I got like out of the habit of just being used to going live. And so before the call, I was like, why is my heart pounding so fast? It's just because I didn't go live for like 6 weeks. But now back at it, baby. I feel good. So thank you so much. I will see you next week and inside of the group. Love you guys. Bye.